Good evening, everyone. Could we have everybody take their seats, please? We'd like to welcome everybody to the 2014 Annual Awards Ceremony for the Virginia Beach Fire Department. I'm District Chief Darrell Funiak, the Chairman for the Awards Committee, and I'm serving as your Master of Ceremonies. I'd like to welcome all the award recipients, the family members, our distinguished guests and dignitaries to our ceremony this evening. In particular, we'd like to welcome Mayor Sessoms, Deputy City Manager Dave Hanson, Phil Davenport, Director of Public Works, Ruth Frazier, City Clerk, Lori Stiles from the EOC, John Grook he's the Director of Risk Management, John Bell, Deputy Chief, Police Chief, Chief Tom Green from EMS, and Division Chief Jason Stroud from EMS. Also saw Chief Ed Brazel here, Sheriff Ken Stahl, Under Sheriff Bruce Benson, Chief Deputy Sheriff Brian Struzeri, Chief Deputy Sheriff Victoria Thompson, and some retirees that we have in the audience, Keen and Debbie Black. In addition, now we'd like to welcome our internet audience that's out there viewing us tonight. I'd like to ask that everyone please take a moment and turn off all your cell phones and pagers for us this evening. And at this time, we'll ask you all to stand for the presentations of the colors by the Virginia Beach Fire Department Honor Guard. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation by Captain John Costin. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Eternal God, our Father, we thank Thee for this glorious day. We thank You for the many blessings that You have given to us. We thank You, dear God, for this time of celebration of deeds well done during this past year. Dear God, we thank You for being a part of a service such as this. For Lord, You ordained that there should be government and that we should look after our fellow citizens. And for this, Lord, we thank You for belonging to such an organization as this, that You have chosen many of us to be Your servants. We ask You, dear God, that You would bless this service and cause this event to be a blessing to others, and let Your Spirit rest with us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Captain Costin, and our Honor Guard members. Please be seated. The Awards Committee has the responsibility to review, investigate, and recommend awards to both citizens and members of the Virginia Beach Fire Department. At this time, I'd like to recognize this year's members of the Awards Committee: Battalion Chief Eric Wilkerson, Captain William Rostenberg, Captain Victor Valdez, Master Firefighter Ricky Irving, Firefighter David Mitchell, John Hallman, and Lori Skidda. I'd also like to take a minute to recognize members of the VBFD Multimedia Production Unit: Kirk Kellerhals, Bob Anderson, Ray Smith, and John Austin. This group of people worked very hard to put this slide and video presentation together for this ceremony. They take photographs throughout the ceremony and the year. They set up all the video equipment so that the ceremony tonight can be live streamed on the web. Thank you to both groups for all you do. To the award recipients, we are honored to present this program as a way to say thank you for your dedication to the citizens and this department. For the individuals who went above and beyond the call of duty, or the individual who strive to make this organization and city a better place to work and live, we say thank you. By recognizing these heroic and unselfish acts, the awards committee would like to thank your families. Each person being recognized tonight must have the support of their family in order to do what we do every day. So when your loved one comes up on the stage to accept that award, remember, we thank you for the dedication and commitment to the Virginia Beach Fire Department and the City of Virginia Beach. This year we're going to be presenting a new award. It's called the Outstanding Service Award. This award is presented to a group of individuals, a city department, or a community business who provide to the department some exceptional service. The award is a plaque, and there will be 2 of these awards presented this evening. To help with some of the logistics this evening, inside the program is a listing of the order of the presentation. As each award is being presented, would appreciate it if the recipients of the next award would make their way to the left-hand side of the auditorium. After receiving your award, please exit to the back of the stage behind the curtain. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Fire Chief, Stephen R. Cover.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. On behalf of our city manager, Jim Spohr, and the men and women of the Virginia Beach Fire Department, it truly is my honor to be here this evening and celebrate some of the successes of our people. I did see somebody slip in the audience that I want to recognize, Ms. Athena Plummer, our Emergency Services and Citizen Service 911 Director. Athena, thank you for being here this evening. So last year, our department responded to some 39,000 calls for service, and we've done that for the past couple of years, and we're able to do that through the help and the funding of our department. We've got some of the best equipment, apparatus, and training that money can buy. But I'm here tonight to tell you that what makes our department the greatest department in the world, Mayor, Mr. Mayor, right, is our people. And tonight we're gonna celebrate some special incidents that our folks responded to over the past year. In addition, we're going to celebrate the success of some of our citizens and businesses in our community. We truly are honored to have all of them here tonight with us. So I would invite you to sit back and relax this evening, celebrate the evening with us. Again, thank you all for being here, especially the family and friends. I appreciate the work that our committee has put into investigating all of these incidents here this evening. Tonight's a night about celebration. With everything that's going on in our world today, tonight is about what's right with our world. So sit back, relax, enjoy the evening. Thank you. Now it's my honor to introduce our wonderful mayor, the greatest mayor in the world that is in charge of the greatest city in the world. So Mayor, here you go.
Thank you. Well, good evening. And it is my pleasure to be here this evening. And before I start my remarks, the first thing I want to do is recognize the Honor Guard. Didn't they do a super job? Let's give them a round of applause. And Chief, I thank you for your support of allowing an Honor Guard to be a part of the fire department and supporting them the way you do, and I sincerely appreciate it. Secondly, we do have the best public safety system in the world, and I think it can be recognized, you can see it clearly when you see the people here tonight who are supporting each other. And that's the way it works in the field as well. You know, we have representatives here from the 911 call center, the police department, the sheriff's department, EMS, and fire. And I just think it's great that they're here to support each other tonight. Give them a round of applause for what they do together. You know, our award-winning, and I hope you just heard what I said, our award-winning fire department is a model for other cities across the nation. You know why? Because they are truly the best. Yours is one of the most noble of all professions. You undergo hundreds of hours of training to deal with situations you can only imagine. You can't even imagine that they will occur until they become all too real. Some of you have happened upon circumstances on the spur of the moment with no time to think about what to do and no time to consider the possible consequences. You responded by instinct. Your heart ruled. You know, there's a reason why everybody loves firefighters. Every time you assist a family in distress or a person in critical need, you illustrate genuine compassion and a commitment to helping others. I commend each of you for all the good work that you do. Last year, as you heard the chief say, you had 39,000 calls. The results have been outstanding, and one recent example stands out as quite unusual. Last November, firefighters rescued a water tower worker who was hanging 110 feet in the air. 110 feet in the air, ladies and gentlemen. This truly was no easy task. Neither was it routine. Yet, a technical rescue team from the Virginia Beach Fire Department swiftly executed a plan that brought the worker to safety. Thanks to all our fire department personnel for being ready to quickly respond to the needs of our citizens, as well as the 6 million visitors who spend a night in our city each year. From assisting with disasters thousands of miles away, to working with other public safety teams in Hampton Roads, to fighting fires, and responding to a variety of other emergencies right here at home, our fire department is always ready to respond. It gives me a great peace of mind to know that if I or any member of my family encounters a fire, we'll be helped by some of the best trained, most highly skilled and dedicated firefighters in the country. That means a great deal to me, and I am grateful for your dedication, and I'm sure it means a great deal to each one of you in the audience. I'd be remiss, and this has been stated earlier, but this should be reemphasized. I'd be remiss if I did not also extend the thanks of a grateful city to your spouses, your children, and your extended families. We should repeat that one more time. A grateful thank to your spouses, your children, and your extended families. Today's award recipients, including citizens and the city's risk management staff, represent the essence of service. I'm pleased to have a part in recognizing some outstanding fire department employees and their partners in public safety, as well as citizens and businesses that will help you do your jobs. We salute you as modern-day heroes, role models. You made a difference, and you inspire everyone around you. I'm also proud of you, and I know I speak on behalf of all the citizens of Virginia Beach in saying thank you for your commitment to our city. You are part of what makes Virginia Beach truly the greatest city in the world. I'm grateful to you for your dedication and wish you well as you continue your work with the Virginia Beach Fire Department, the greatest fire department in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Sessoms and Chief Kkellerh, for your comments. Now I'd like to turn the ceremony over to Master Firefighter Tom Parks for the presentation of the awards.
Thank you, Chief Funiak. We'd like to start our evening with a presentation to some of our fire explorers. May we please have the following fire explorers line up alongside of the auditorium. Zach Idelette, Dakota Barkalaw, Christelle Ripple, Zachary Haynes, Jacob Knopp, Elena Mullins, Ryan Newber, Trevor Tully, Christopher Wynn, and Nicholas Zanakis. Fire and Emergency Service Career Exploring is a program open to young men and women that have completed the 8th grade, ages 14 to 21, with an interest in learning more about careers in the fire service and emergency services. This hands-on program exposes participants to many career experiences, leadership opportunities, and community service activities. The primary goals of the program are to help young adults choose a career path within fire and emergency services and to challenge them to become responsible citizens of their communities and country. Tonight we will recognize the members of Explorer Post 343 with emergency preparedness ribbons, tenure ribbons, and perfect attendance ribbons. The following explorers are receiving emergency preparedness ribbon: Christelle Ripple, Trevor Tully. The following explorers are receiving emergency preparedness and their one-year tenure ribbons: Dakota Barklaw, Zachary Haynes, and Nicholas Zanakis. The following explorer is receiving his emergency preparedness ribbon and his perfect attendance ribbon: Jacob Knopp. The following explorers are receiving their emergency preparedness, one-year tenure, and perfect attendance ribbons: Zach Idelette, Elena Mullins, Ryan Newber, and Christopher Wynn. And now we will turn the program over to Cookie Ketchum for a couple of awards presentations from the Virginia Department of Emergency Management.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to reiterate that these next couple of awards were actually awarded by the Virginia Department of Emergency Management, and it was a statewide competition, so there was quite a bit of competition going on out there, and these folks won. So the first one is for an outstanding Virginia Beach CERT family. They're being recognized as the CERT Volunteers of the Year. Steve, Marge, and Chris Wynn are all CERT volunteers. The dad, Steve, originally took CERT with his son, Chris, and then became involved on the leadership team and in the instruction of the VB CERT training. His wife, Marge, took CERT in the next class and is very involved in our practical exercises as the best screaming victim yet. She fills in wherever she can and whenever needed at any VB CERT event. Chris is now the youth representative on our leadership team, and he also attends each and every training session to assist the instructors however possible. He also occasionally helps to instruct or acts as a safety officer during practical exercises. He is also a member of the Fire Explorer Post 343. The whole family participates in the majority of our events. In the past 4 years, this family has put in over 2,250 hours, and that's not counting the hours their daughter Nicole, who is 11, almost 12, participates as a victim at every one of our exercises. So they have truly made volunteering for VB CERT a family affair. Okay. Excuse me, our next award goes to Elena Mullins, who is an extremely vital asset to the Virginia Beach CERT, the Virginia Beach Fire Department, and the Virginia Beach community at large. She is an active member of Virginia Beach CERT and is also the captain of Explorer Post 343 that does training 2 nights a month. Elena rosters members each night and supervises 19 explorers with a lieutenant and 3 squad leaders to assist her. She volunteers as a runner and a staff assistant at the Virginia State Fire Chiefs Association Conference held in Virginia Beach each year. She worked a Christmas Toys for Tots drive last year with a local business, and during the Christmas season last year, Elena volunteered at the Honor Guard Association Christmas tree lot. She helped the explorers collect blankets for the homeless shelter during the winter. And for many years, since earning her black belt in karate at 10 years old, Elena has volunteered to teach those of lesser degrees how to earn their black belts. The nominee worked her way up to the third dan, or third degree black belt, instructing and providing leadership training to those moving up the ranks. Her experience, leadership, and abilities earned her a position on the staff at Savior Martial Arts in 2013 at the age of 17. She has volunteered over 500 hours during the 1.5 years that she has volunteered for the city. So, very awesome.
Thank you, Cookie. At this time, the Virginia Beach Fire Department would like to recognize two individuals, Mr. Jonathan Hobbs and Mr. Lee Hedberg, with whom have greatly contributed to the future of the Virginia Beach Fire Department. These two people are committed to the success of the city and have spent countless hours of their own time working to assist several departments in defining their clear outcome goals that will enable the city to ensure forward progress with an eye on efficient and effective performance. They have both spent more than a year working with the VBFD defining performance measures that will enable us to better demonstrate how our resources, activities, training, and relationships drive us toward our mission of creating a safe community for residents and visitors. One of these individuals, Lee Hedberg, retired from the city this summer with over 40 years of service, but his enduring commitment to the VBFD has remained. He spends several hours each week working with the VBFD Performance Outcome Measurement Team with no compensation beyond being a valued member of our team. We cannot thank these two individuals enough for their strategic thinking, continuous guidance, and commitment to excellence. Please join us in thanking from the Office of Management Services, Jonathan Hobbs, and the recently retired, well, we've just done that one. It's live, folks. Will Master Firefighter Richard Irving please come forward? Master Firefighter Irving is being recognized for a project that he has held close to his heart for many years. He has been the fire department contact for the Virginia Beach City Public Schools VOTEC Public Safety Program. Every year he works with Dr. Sidney Delapine, the Public Safety Program Director, to get personnel from Fire Stations 5 and 21 involved in vehicle extrication exercises, as well as other activities for the students. He also presents the state safety speech to the students and directs the activities of the day, including the proper donning of PPE. According to Dr. Delapine, students always appreciate learning from Mr. Irving and often ask when he could return to provide other experiences for them. Through his involvement in VOTEC's public safety program, he promotes opportunity and growth with the students and community. He respects each and every student in the program and shows professionalism by giving these students an outstanding role model. In recognition of his devotion and dedication to the VOTEC's public safety program, the Virginia Beach Fire Department is pleased to present Master Firefighter Richard Irving with a certificate of appreciation. May we please have Mr. and Mrs. Dean Arrington and Brittany Godbout join us on stage. Nationally, Firehouse Subs is a strong supporter of fire departments and like-minded causes. This charitable attitude is echoed locally and strongly felt because of the local business owners' commitment to serve their community beyond their establishment walls. Firehouse Subs at Hilltop is the personification of this attitude of serving. Not only do they create spectacular subs, but also have performed a strong relationship with the Virginia Beach Fire Department that has cultivated an enriching experience for the citizens of Virginia Beach. Their relationship with the Virginia Beach Fire Department spans several years, It started with the support that helped to open the doors at the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation, resulting in the donation and expense of expensive and high-quality public fire safety equipment. Firehouse Subs at Hilltop provides over 1,800 child fire helmets for preschool extravaganza annually. Their fundraisers and support have benefited Operation Smoke Detector, as well as providing food for events and lunches. Firehouse Subs at Hilltop has taken a proactive approach in supporting the fire department and the citizens of Virginia Beach. At this time, the VBFD is pleased to recognize Firehouse Subs at Hilltop and present them with the Outstanding Service Award. Will Mr. John Grook, Ms. Natalie Mann, and any other members of the Risk Management Division please join us on stage? Typically, in the past, firefighters who suffered a severe injury were oftentimes retired on disability. This resulted in numerous ramifications. Such injuries exact both a great human toll and financial toll. In addition to the cost of firefighters that they bear economically and in terms of pain and suffering, the city must absorb the direct cost of lost work time, possibly higher insurance premiums, disability, and early retirement payments, and costs to train replacement personnel. Over the last several years, the Risk Management Division has worked closely with the fire department in an effort to provide immediate and appropriate care to injured firefighters, assisting with getting firefighters back to work sooner and combining traditional medical services with non-traditional services such as muscle activation techniques, full body conditioning, and rehabilitation. Extremely positive results and feedback have been attained as a result of this highly professional and dedicated team. It is estimated in the last 2 years alone, 9 firefighters who suffered possibly career-ending injuries have been rehabilitated and have returned to the job. This return to work has proven to be both financially and emotionally rewarding to the fire department as well as the city. The fire department is extremely thankful for the hard work and compassion exhibited by the dedicated professionals of the Risk Management Division. In addition, although this person is not an employee of the Virginia Beach Fire Department, her commitment, concern, and service to firefighters and their well-being far surpasses that of any who are fire department employees. Her actual job title is Workers' Compensation Adjuster, and she is an employee of Risk Management. Her responsibilities as listed in her job description are review all reports of occupational injuries and illnesses, request necessary investigative reports, audit all medical prescription bills, and maintain current and accurate files. Natalie Mann is much more than just an employee of Risk Management. She far exceeds the duties outlined in her job description, as she has proven time and time again in her relationship with hurt and injured firefighters. Natalie treats each and every individual as if they were her brother or sister. She learns their names, visits them in the hospital, sends them encouraging text messages, and always supplies comfort and compassion. We have been told time and time again how Natalie reassured them and offered words of encouragement in times of need and darkness. She loses sleep over individuals who are facing life-threatening injuries or illnesses. None of this is in her job description. These qualities are just inherently Natalie. Because she continually stands by each and every firefighter's side and fights battles for them, she is unofficially considered one of us. Thank you for your dedication, your compassion, your stamina, your tenacity, and your sense of right. And an even bigger thank you for always being there for us. This evening, the Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to present the Risk Management Division with the Outstanding Service Award and Ms. Natalie Mann with a Certificate of Appreciation. At this time, may we please have Ms. Anita Gamble and Mr. Dan Fearson with Steele join us on stage. Over the past several years, Steele and the Virginia Beach Fire Department have developed a working relationship in support of multiple programs, from community support to many safety and training programs currently being used in the fire industry today. Not only is Steele the corporate sponsor for our Firefighter of the Year, but they are a corporate supporter and sponsor of the Fallen Firefighter Memorial and at the Fire and EMS Training Center. They supplied saws and support parts for the operations at the Pentagon throughout the cleanup during 9/11. They provided the fire department with many power units, such as chainsaws and cut-off power units for training and testing. They support the Structural Collapse School at the FTC with equipment and technical help. Annually, Steel works hand in hand with the department to develop and teach chainsaw safety classes. For all their dedication and support of the Virginia Beach Fire Department, the Fire Chief is proud to present Steel with the 2014 Fire Chiefs Award. Will Brian Taylor, Michael Brown, and Edward Landgrover please join us on stage? In March of 2012, Chief Kkellerh agreed to take the lead in replacing the region-wide PPE cache of equipment through a grant that totaled over $900,000. Battalion Chief Taylor was tasked by Chief Kkellerh to complete the grant work, and he quickly solicited the help of Captain Landgrover, Master Firefighter Brown. To reach this goal, a great deal of research, coordination, consensus building, and outreach were required. All personnel involved spent many hours in meetings, looking at equipment, checking with vendors, and ensuring we would be compliant with the many regulations and requirements tied to the grant. While this project took over a year, all deadlines were met, and in September of 2013, the equipment was received. The Virginia Beach Fire Department would like to thank and recognize Battalion Chief Taylor, Captain Edward Landgrover, and Master Firefighter Mike Brown for their hard work and dedication to not only the Virginia Beach Fire Department, but the entire Hampton Roads area hazmat teams by presenting them with a Commendation Unit citation. Every day, Virginia Beach firefighters help citizens and visitors in a myriad of ways. We respond to 911 calls, assist walk-in visitors, provide information, and participate in community events. We do this because the Virginia Beach Fire Department employees embrace and demonstrate the values of caring, honesty, integrity, and trust. Our firefighters are public servants to the core and are diligent in providing the best possible service to our community. It is not unusual for a crew to go above and beyond simply handling the call or mitigating the emergency, and tonight we have the honor of recognizing a group of firefighters who committed to going the extra mile. Engine 18 is one of the busiest engines in Virginia Beach, so they say. They respond to numerous calls for service each day, and they use these incidents as opportunities to build relationships and make citizens lifelong fans of the Virginia Beach Fire Department. This year, after responding to numerous calls to one citizen in need, the crew from Engine 18B decided it was time to do more. They began to provide wellness visits to one of our citizens, teaching him about his medical condition and helping him to increase his ability to control his diabetes. The proactive care approach required research about the patient and his medical condition, communication with the Department of EMS and the patient's doctor, and a firefighter who refused to give up on finding a solution. The members of Engine 18B shift worked together to find a way to assist the patient in getting the resources he needed to be healthier. His quality of life has improved greatly because this crew committed to doing more than just responding to calls. This approach is now impacting several citizens in Station 18's area and illustrates the difference emergency responders can make when they think proactively. In the words of Benjamin Franklin, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. For their dedication to exemplary service, we would like to present Master Firefighter Paul Ronker Sr., Master Firefighter Matthew Poole, Firefighter Michael Davis, Master Firefighter Doug Hale, and Captain Victor Valdez a Commendation Unit citation. May we please have District Chief Dennis Keene, Battalion Chief Kenny Pravitz, Captain Steve Adams, Master Firefighter Daniel Mugen, Will Filomarino, Mr. Everett Herndon, Mr. John Grossock, and Mr. Michael Armistead to join us up on stage. Each of these individuals has spent a tremendous amount of time and effort in the design and construction of our 3 new fire stations. Fire Station 4, which opened last fall, Fire Station 7, which opened this past spring, and Fire Station 13, which is currently under construction. 3 fire stations in various phases of development over an 18-month period has not occurred in our department for a long time, if ever. From attending countless productive meetings with contractors, ComIT, site visits, reviewing plans, re-reviewing plans, working with outside vendors, and taking us into the future with station alerting design to decrease our response times is primarily the result of these individuals and their involvement in the project. Developing relationships, and from the footings to pots and pans, they covered it all, and the results are evident in the new structures. Each individual mentioned as above has represented our department, the highest tradition in the fire service. Although each one would probably shrug off their actions as just being part of the job, the Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to recognize them with the Commendation Award and the Certificate of Appreciation. May we please have Firefighter John Strasiski come up here on stage. Upon hearing about the request from Tyler Seaton's mom for first responders across the country to send cards for Tyler's birthday, Firefighter Strasiski decided to take some action. At the time, Tyler was a soon-to-be 7-year-old boy with leukemia. He also shares the same birthday as John. Firefighter Strasiski organized a collection of Virginia Beach Fire Department shirts, patches, challenge coins, and even a traditional fire helmet, which was donated by a retired chief who was a cancer survivor. He then took his own leave and utilized no fire department funds to travel 10 hours to Burrville, Rhode Island. Through social media, this request turned into the planned surprise parade that would take place on Tyler's birthday. Firefighter John Strasiski participated in the parade that included 185 police vehicles, 12 police motorcycles, 30 pieces of fire equipment, and hundreds of first responders. I really felt the need to help at that point, and when I read a little bit further and I saw that we share the same birthday, it was a no-brainer. I was going to make the road trip to Rhode Island, he says. You get called to go and called to serve. You don't always know why. It's not always going to be convenient for you. You just have to go, he says. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to present Firefighter John Strasiski with a Commendation Award. May we please have District Chief Dennis Keene, Captain Josh Zanakis, Master Firefighter Christopher Dykus, EMS Division Chief Tom Green, and EMS Division Chief Jason Stroud come up on stage. Each of these individuals played a role in the acquisition of the Ciano kits that are currently carrying on selected service delivery platforms. Captain Josh Zanakis and Master Firefighter Christopher Dykus recognize the potential need to further enhance our emergency medical medicine to reflect modern advancements in combating toxic smoke inhalations. Utilizing a true grassroots approach, coupled with factual statistics regarding an increase in firefighter fatalities and smoke-related injuries resulting from structure fires, they began the slow process of introducing the Ciano kit. The Ciano kit can play a significant role in directly reversing the deadly effects of hydrogen cyanide poisoning in smoke inhalation victims, both civilian and firefighters. When I mentioned a long, slow process, the timeline started February 2013 and finalized April 2014. During that time frame, all involved provided a significant amount of information regarding the Ciano kit to our medical director. Questions were asked and answered. Neighboring departments utilizing the Ciano kit were visited, cost analysis completed, protocols developed, exchange guidelines developed, training delivered, and the Ciano kits were placed in service on April 1st, 2014. Due to the efforts of each of these individuals, we now have 4 units in the city of Virginia Beach that are carrying the Ciano kit. In Virginia Beach, the Ciano kits are located on Fire Rescue 1 and Rescue 2. We now have a Ciano kit on every working fire that the Virginia Beach Fire Department responds to, providing our citizens and department members valuable life-saving resources in order to provide the best possible outcome when suffering from the toxic and deadly effects of hydrogen cyanide poisoning from smoke inhalation. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to present District Chief Dennis Keene, Captain Josh Zanakis, Master Firefighter Chris Dykus with the Commendation Award, and EMS Chief Green and Stroud with certificates of appreciation. May we please have Master Firefighter Dan Harrell and Tom Wright on stage. The newest and largest fire station in Virginia Beach, now known as Town Center Station 7, or to some headquarters, opened its doors on April of 2014. The two-story, 24,500 square foot building was originally designed to house Engine 7, a newly acquired ladder truck, the safety officer, and EMS. When the station was nearing completion, the department was advised that EMS would respond from a different location, which allowed the heavy rescue truck to relocate from the Woodstock area of the city. This created unique issues with the original design to accommodate 4 more members from each of the 3 shifts. Master Firefighters Dan Harrell and Tom Wright took on the challenge by working with building officials to alter the design of the kitchen. They assisted in building a large dinner table to fit a minimum of 12 members, custom-built cabinets for the workshop, as well as hydraulic maintenance shop. They brought in their own trailers, utilized their own tools and supplies. If it wasn't enough, they built a workout area in the bay to allow all 12 members to work out on a daily basis. This allows the members of the administration offices located on the 2nd floor to utilize the workout room from the original design during lunch and after hours. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to award Master Firefighters Dan Harrell and Tom Wright with the Commendation Award. Chief Funiak.
Got to bring the second stringer in here. Well, Captain Richard Trent, Master Firefighter Tom Parks, Firefighter Kevin Lobaugh, please join us on stage. On November 6, 2013 at 5:30 in the morning, Engine 8 A shift was called out to the 100 block of Oceana Boulevard for an accident involving a motorcycle. Upon arrival, Engine 8's crew found a patient who had been thrown from his motorcycle and had both legs wrapped completely around a street sign and partially amputated. In addition to his injuries, the patient had lost a lot of blood and was still losing blood at an alarming rate. Captain Trent called for Ladder 8 to come and cut the sign off to help free the patient without doing any more harm to him. Master Firefighter Tom Parks assumed the lead on patient care and rapidly assessed and started directing patient care. The patient's bleeding was controlled and IV fluids were administered, along with pain management drugs. Firefighter Lobaugh assisted with patient care and packaging, and he and Master Firefighter Parks formed a plan to package and load the patient. Due to his injuries, the two had to think outside of the box to formulate their plan. The stretcher had to be tilted sideways to allow the patient's legs to be stabilized by using the bench seat. With the assistance of EMS and from Master Firefighter Billy Fulgham from Ladder 8, they quickly transported the patient to Virginia Beach General Hospital. Due to the quick actions of these individuals, the patient was rapidly assessed, treated, and transported well within the golden hour. This allowed for the best chance of possible reattachment of the partially amputated extremities. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to recognize Captain Richard Trent, Master Firefighter Tom Parks, Firefighter Kevin Lobaugh by awarding them with the Virginia Beach Fire Department Meritorious Unit Citation. All right, back to the first string.
Well, Captain John Rigelow, Master Firefighter Thomas Stone, Master Firefighter William Raftery, Master Firefighter Josh Fentress, Battalion Chief John Keys, Captain Larry Zimba, Captain Matt Cooley, Captain Brian Phillips, Captain Lorna Trent, Captain David Compton, Captain Josh Zanakis, Master Firefighter Floyd Schwerin, Master Firefighter Richard Wall, Master Firefighter Max Ganano, Master Firefighter Kenny Harris, Master Firefighter Summer Pruitt, Master Firefighter Chuck Smith, Master Firefighter Daniel Woods, Master Firefighter David Shearer, Firefighter Charles Diamond, Firefighter Adam Hodge, and Firefighter Edward Lane, please join us. On January 17, 2014, Virginia Beach fire units out of Battalion 3 were dispatched to the 1300 block of Thamesford Drive for a residential fire with people trapped inside. Upon arrival, Engine 18 reported a two-story single-family home with heavy fire conditions and assumed initial command. It was reported by citizens on scene that there were two people still inside the home and they were unable to get out due to the fire. Engine 18 initiated a fire attack, and upon arrival, Engine 23 assumed command and assisted with a secondary attack line. Upon arrival, Engine 9 began fire attack in the rear of the structure. As Rescue 2 arrived on scene, they were given the order to attempt a vent-enter search operation on the second floor Delta side for the report of two victims trapped. Captain Rigelow ordered a vent-enter search to be attempted. This tactic is utilized in the Virginia Beach Fire Department when the location of the fire victims is known and time is paramount. The procedure calls for fire crews to enter a structure above the fire without the protection of a hose line. Master Firefighter Harris deployed a ground ladder for Captain Rigelow and Master Firefighter Stone to enter the second-story window. Captain Rigelow quickly located the first victim and with Master Firefighter Stone assisted handling the victim out to Master Firefighter Fentress, who is now outside the window on the ladder. After removal, the first victim, Captain Rigelow, began to search the room for the second victim, but fire conditions in the room changed rapidly. Captain Rigelow and Stone performed a ladder bail, which entails diving out the window head first. Master Firefighter Stone exited the structure first and quickly realized that Captain Rigelow was still in the room and the room was flashing over, a term used when all items in the room reach ignition temperature and catch fire. Master Firefighter Stone had the presence of mind to jump from the ladder without regard of his own safety to allow room for Captain Rigelow to exit the structure. Master Firefighter Stone injured himself, but without his sacrifice, Captain Rigelow may have sustained serious injury. Unfortunately, both fire victims perished from the fire. For their efforts at this incident, the Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to present Captain Rigelow, Master Firefighter Stone, Master Firefighter Raftery, and Master Firefighter Fentress with the Meritorious Conduct Ribbon, and the rest of these units with a Meritorious Unit Ribbon. May we please have Captain Joseph Baraki, Master Firefighter Justin Moss, Captain Wayne Black, Master Firefighter Ned Lowry, Firefighter Stanley Szymanski, Firefighter Andrew White, Captain Mike Brashear, Firefighter Jason Perez, Battalion Chief Eric Wilkerson, Master Firefighter Joseph Hale, Firefighter Matthew Poole, Firefighter Michael Davis, Captain Joel Geiger, Firefighter Scott Zack, Firefighter David Hewitt, Firefighter Andrew Conlon, Engine 21, Ladder 21B Captain Richard Felch, Master Firefighter Michael Newsom, Master Firefighter Deborah Jones, Firefighter Jeffrey Rusak, Master Firefighter Stephen Greer, and Firefighter Todd Mitchell to come up front. On October 2nd, 2014, the Virginia Beach Fire Department received a 911 call for a residential house fire with a person trapped. Upon arrival, Engine 5 reported a well-involved structure fire. There was also the reports of someone still trapped inside the house. Engine 5 helped coordinate and execute a vent-enter search technique along with Fire Rescue 1. Engine 18 fought heavy fire on the first floor of the house. Engine 3 entered the house and went up the stairs to the second floor to complete a primary search for the trapped person. Engine 3 and Rescue 1 reported high heat levels and very low visibility on the second floor. Engine 21 assisted Engine 3 with fire attack on the first floor and located a pet dog that was still alive and removed it from the house. Ladder 21 helped search the second floor of the house during the primary search. Rescue 1 located the trapped person and assisted with removing them through the window and down the ladder with the help of Engine 5. Members of Rescue 1 and Ladder 21 performed CPR on the victim and assisted with transportation to the hospital. All units worked in cohesion with each other to effectively locate and remove the trapped individual and quickly extinguish the fire. Battalion 4B said the coordination and control of this incident went extremely well to achieve the needed objectives. And also each unit had a vital part in the success of this operation. The Virginia Beach Fire Department would like to award Captain Joseph Baraki and Master Firefighter Justin Moss with the Meritorious Conduct Award, and the rest of these units with the Meritorious Unit Citation. May we please have Master Firefighter Matthew Chevrati, Captains John Rigelow, Larry Zimba, Brian Ashbury, Matthew Cooley, John Rubel, Jeff Michael, David Compton, Master Firefighters Aiden Scott, Thomas Stone, Joshua Fentress, William Raftery, Daniel Woods, Max Ganano, Kenneth Harris, Joseph Pelosi, Matthew Stroll, Don Hardison, Adam Moss, Stephen Huey, Misha Karloff, and firefighters Christopher Dykes, Charles Diamond, Sean Sass, Jeremy Beaumont, and Gerard Patchke come to the front. On November 11, 2013, VBFD units were dispatched to a technical rescue call at the 700 block of Chantry Drive. Upon arrival, they found a person trapped in his fall arrest system 115 feet in the air while performing maintenance to the water tower. The circulation in his legs was beginning to be affected from sitting in his harness. It was determined that the two aerial devices on scene weren't long enough to reach the patient. The only way to assist him down was setting up a rope system from above and lowering a member down to him. Battalion 3 assumed command. Rescue 2 determined which equipment was needed to bring to the top of the tower. Engine 18, as well as Ladder 9, and Engine 3 began to assist with this equipment. Tech 1 and Rescue 1 assisted with the rigging of rope systems. Ladder 16 set up their aerial device of Ladder 16. Essential fire members climbed to the top of the tower, and Master Firefighter Chevrati was lowered down to the patient. He then hooked the patient into his rope system, and they were both lowered down to the crew above to Ladder 16's awaiting bucket. The patient was brought safely to the ground, and his injuries were assessed. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to award Master Firefighter Chevrati with a Meritorious Conduct Award. Captains Rigelow, Zimba, Ashbury, Cooley, Rubel, Michael, and Compton, Master Firefighters Scott, Stone, Fentress, Raftery, Woods, Ganano, Harris, Pelosi, Stroll, Hardison, Moss, Huey, Karloff, and Firefighters Dykes, Diamond, Sass, Beaumont, and Patchke with meritorious unit citations. May we please have Captain Mark Maples, Master Firefighter Derek Deggs, and Firefighter Tony Wilson come up to the stage. On January 5th, 2014, at 2400 hours, Engine 19B shift was called to the intersection of Pleasant Valley Road and Lynn Haven Parkway for a two-car accident with an entrapment. Upon arrival, Engine 19 crew found two cars that had collided, with one passenger ejected from his car and one car on fire with two passengers inside. Captain Maples took command and called for an additional engine. Master Firefighter Deggs quickly placed his engine in the position to protect the patient lying in the street, as well as the two passengers inside the burning car. Firefighter Wilson pulled an 1 3/4 line and started to extinguish the fire to protect Captain Maples and the Virginia Beach Police Department officers, who pulled two passengers free of the vehicle. Once the fire was out and the two firefighters started patient care for the three ALS patients, due to their quick actions and professionalism, the three patients all survived the accident. Unfortunately, the driver of the other vehicle did not survive. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to recognize the heroic effort of Captain Mark Maples, Master Firefighter Derek Deggs, and Firefighter Tony Wilson by awarding them the Meritorious Unit Citation. On Monday, January 6th at approximately 15:35 hours, Chris Ryberg collapsed and went into cardiac arrest in the basement of the operation building, Building 2. ComIT employee Elena Bayless observed Chris's condition and called for assistance and for someone to call 911. Within seconds, Brian Holland, Dave McCarter, and Patrick Markham arrived, and placing the patient on the floor immediately began CPR, while Patrick dialed 911 to request fire and EMS assistance. While Brian, Dave, and Patrick were rotating chest compressions, Mark Passario rushed to obtain the automated external defibrillator, or AED. When Mark returned with the AED, Aaron Cooper, who had just completed the citywide first aid CPR AED training the week before, came onto the scene and took charge of operating the AED. Both Mark and Aaron applied the AED pads, and following Aaron's instructions, they delivered the necessary electrical shocks and were able to revive Chris until fire and rescue arrived. Due to their quick actions and the use of Aaron's training, Chris is back at work and doing well. A little side note here, during Aaron's training, one of the instructors told the class that no one in the class will probably ever use this training. The VBFD is proud to recognize the heroic efforts of these fine city employees by awarding each one of them the VBFD Life Saving Award. Will Fire Chief Stephen Cover, Deputy Chief David Hutchison, Battalion Chief Tracy Freeman, Captain Scott Prentice, Mr. Dan Ackaway, Retired Captain Keene, Retired Master Firefighter Debbie Black, Dale Cover, Amy Hutchinson, Peggy Freeman, Ruth Prentice, and Troy Prentice please join us on stage. Have you ever experienced the phrase, being in the right place at the right time? On October 25th, 2013, while vacationing in the Charlottesville area, a group of individuals from Virginia Beach experienced this firsthand and were able to make a significant impact. These individuals witnessed a pedestrian that was struck by a vehicle. They immediately rushed to evaluate the incident and assist the pedestrian. On their arrival, they found a female pinned underneath the vehicle, unconscious and not breathing. While taking extreme caution to eliminate any further injury, they lifted the vehicle and removed the patient. As they waited for the arrival of an ambulance, they immediately provided appropriate medical care, which resulted in the patient's ability to breathe again. The patient was then transported to Charlottesville Albemarle Medical Center, where she was treated for her injuries. She was released 2 weeks later and began the recovery process. While the recovery process is far from over, and despite undergoing multiple surgeries and extensive physical therapy, Mrs. Angel Shipp was very grateful and could not put into words her gratitude for all the efforts provided by these individuals. She simply stated, "I owe them my life." For their life-saving efforts, we would like to present the Life-Saving Award to the following: Fire Chief Stephen Cover, Deputy Chief David Hutchison, Battalion Chief Tracy Freeman, Captain Scott Prentice, and Mr. Dan Ackaway, and a certificate of appreciation to retired Captain Keene, retired Master Firefighter Debbie Black, Dale Cover, Amy Hutchison, Peggy Freeman, Ruth Prentice, and Troy Prentice. On March 29, 2014, Engine 8 and Ladder 8 responded to the intersection of Great Neck Road and North Wolf Snare Road for a single vehicle MVA. Prior to their arrival of the VBFD personnel, 3 citizens, Christopher Tollison, Albert Itieri, Cameron Butler, removed the victim from the now burning vehicle. Once free from the burning vehicle, the patient stopped breathing, and the 3 individuals who were assisted by Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office Deputy Natalzia and Sergeant Paris. Deputy Natalzia radioed for both VBFD and VBEMS to respond to the scene, and Sergeant Paris opened the patient airway to allow Deputy Natalzia to start rescue breathing for the victim. Due to the quick actions of these 5 individuals, the victim was able to recover fully. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to recognize the life-saving efforts of Christopher Tollison, Albert Atieri, Cameron Butler, and Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office Sergeant Paris and Deputy Natalzia with the VBFD Life-Saving Award. On August 13, 2013, Fireboat 12 was dispatched to respond to Rudy Inlet for a reported drowning. The call was updated to report that there was a kayak with 2 people on board and it was hit by a pirate ship. I could do so much. Eyewitnesses say that one victim stayed underwater for several minutes. The patient was brought to the dock by some citizens. At that time, the patient was in cardiac arrest. When Fireboat 12 arrived on scene, Firefighter Lyle disembarked and assisted the patient. He confirmed that the patient was in cardiac arrest, and CPR was continued by Firefighter Lyle, Master Firefighter Logan, and Master Firefighter Hewitt. CPR was continued for 2 minutes, and the patient was reassessed. The patient was found to have a pulse and minimal respirations, approximately 4 per minute. Rescue breathing was continued by the members of the Fireboat 12. When the EMS units arrived on scene, the patient was packaged, loaded, and turned over to EMS units. The members of Fireboat 12 used the skills and knowledge to help save this citizen's life. The Virginia Beach Fire Department would like to award Captain Conrad Austin, Master Firefighter Paul Logan, Master Firefighter Aaron Hewitt, and Firefighter Dustin Lyle with a Life Safety Award. On August 26, 2013, Virginia Beach Fire Units responded to a technical rescue call at the 1000 block of 19th Street at the Virginia Beach Convention Center. Upon arrival, a male with a history of psychiatric issues had climbed 70 feet up the face of the building. The individual was stuck approximately 10 feet below a catwalk system, exhausted and extremely agitated. Rescue 2 staff with Captain Wood, Master Firefighter Kkellerh, and Master Firefighter Sean Betts responded to the area above the male. Master Firefighter Kkellerh was then lowered down to the victim. After a struggle with the unwilling male, Master Firefighter Kkellerh was able to convince him to accept his help. He then secured a harness around him and was brought to the safe location. Without the intervention from Rescue 2, the victim without a doubt would have been seriously injured or killed. He owes his life to the swift and brave actions of this crew. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to award Captain Wood, Master Firefighter Kkellerh, and Master Firefighter Betts with a life-saving ribbon. On May 19, 2014, after completing a workout with his wife, Rachel, Master Firefighter Bill Joyner felt chest pain and decided that it warranted a visit to the emergency room. While en route to the hospital, Bill went into cardiac arrest. Rachel pulled the vehicle over, placed her cell phone on speaker, and called 911. She then reclined the seat in which Bill was sitting and began CPR, all while talking to the dispatcher. A citizen pulled over and assisted with chest compressions while Rachel continued rescue breathing. She continued CPR until emergency personnel arrived on the scene. If it wasn't for her immediate actions on this day and her knowledge of how to execute good quality CPR, Bill would not be alive today. Upon arrival, Deputy Chief Dale A. Smith, Captain Brian Silcott, Firefighter Matthew Cathy, Firefighter Clarence Blanchett, and EMS Supervisor James Davenport from Elizabeth City continued care and transported Bill to the local hospital. Chief Smith then stayed at the hospital to assist Bill's wife and determine that all their needs were being met. As many of you know, firefighters consider the fire department their second family. We live together, eat together, train together, and many times argue like most good families do. But when it comes down to one of our own becoming ill or injured, that's when you rally around that person. A perfect example of this is when Master Firefighter Bill Joyner suffered his heart attack after completing a workout with his wife. Guys like Master Firefighter Kevin Worth and Justin Miller, as well as members from Fire Stations 8 and 11, really stepped up to the plate to assist in any way they could. Justin was assigned as a liaison to organize all the visitors and keep everyone in the loop on Bill's progress. Kevin stepped up to relieve Justin early from shift to enable him to assist the family. He also assisted with Bill's son to allow the family to focus on his recovery. Fire Station 8 set up a room and purchased new linens at the station so the family would have a place to sleep and shower, as well as providing them a place away from the hospital to eat. The members of Company 11 utilized their money set aside for Christmas to have a catered meal to provide for the family. The Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to award Rachel Joyner with the Life-Saving Award, Master Firefighter Worth and Miller the Commendation Award, as well as Companies 8 and 11 with a Certificate of Appreciation. May we please have Mr. John Malakowski, Mr. Melvin Brockett, and Deputy Sheriff Curtis Mundy join us on the stage. On Saturday, March 29, 2014, while responding to Fire Station 13 after purchasing station supplies, Master Firefighter Greg Banton was traveling down Princess Anne Road and was struck head-on by a pickup truck. The two vehicles caught fire, and Greg's foot, which was severely injured in the crash, became wedged under the driver's pedal, and he was unable to free it. John Malkowski, who arrived on scene shortly after, observed the fire spreading towards the other driver's vehicle. Thinking quickly, Mr. Malkowski utilized a tow strap to pull the vehicles apart, lessening the chance of the fire spreading. Melvin Brockett, who witnessed the crash from his rear view mirror, was almost involved himself, pulled over and assisted Mr. Malkowski with attaching the tow strap. Virginia Beach Deputy Sheriff Curtis, who also reached the scene shortly after the crash, assisted Mr. Brockett with pulling Greg out of the passenger side of his vehicle. After moving Greg to a safe area, Deputy Mundy attempted to render care to the driver of the other vehicle, but was unable to do so due to the way she was pinned in the car. He also attempted to remove her from the car, but also unsuccessful, all while fire was only a few feet from himself. Unfortunately, she would not survive. Due to the courageous efforts displayed, and without their intervention, Greg may not have survived. The City of Virginia Beach Fire Department is proud to award John Malkowski, Melvin Brockett, and Deputy Sheriff Curtis Munday with a life-saving ribbon.
Good evening, everyone. I was lucky to be here in person, but I wanted to thank the people here who had saved my life and kept me from serious burns that I would have received if I had not taken time to stop and pull me from the vehicle. People who see something happen and take action with no thought of themselves are heroes. People here are being recognized for helping me in trying to save the life of Catherine Allen are very courageous. I make it a point to meet you in person and thank you again for the help in this incident as soon as possible. I would also like to thank all the people who have taken time to help me and my family, Vigilant Watch, and all the past and present firefighters who helped from cutting my grass to installing a ramp at no cost, volunteering to paint to bring in food. I offer my appreciation. You're all my family now forever. I'll pay it forward in the future. Thanks again to all of those sisters who help me all the time. I'm working on my recovery and hope to visit you all soon. My recovery has been very slow, but I will walk in soon. Regardless, I'll keep moving forward.
May we please have Kathy Morris come up on stage. Beginning her career as a receptionist, this individual quickly became the subject matter expert in all things technology for the VBFD. She has been involved in every aspect of bringing the VBFD to the 21st century as program administrator, project manager, or team member. She maintains numerous administrative responsibilities that are beyond her basic job description, while performing her regular duties and supervisory tasks efficiently and effectively. Kathy is always there to support and manage events, ensuring the smallest details are addressed. She brings a personal touch and flourish to all her work, allowing her to create exemplary results even with minimal resources. She has a can-do attitude where no project is too big or too small. She's engaged in interdepartmental teams, and her positive attitude and friendly demeanor make her a perfect example of the type of influence the VBFD can have beyond our walls. She's a charter member of the VBFD accreditation team as a founding member of the Virginia State Accreditation Consortium. Kathy is a self-made expert in our data and the go-to person for the National Fire Incident Reporting System. She's trained and educated our members for over 33 years and implemented the NFIR's live broadcast program in order to improve our organizational understanding of reporting and increase accuracy and consistency in data entry. She continues to spread her knowledge as a guest speaker for the Deacon International Users Conference each year and manages the Deacon products for the department. She's been a key member of the City Map program and is an advocate of the VBFD, helping our voice to be heard citywide in technology projects. This passion for supporting a team environment in fire administration is invaluable in an office where members are pulled in many different directions. She works subtly and quietly and is forever striving to improve herself and her skill sets with a passion that has continued to grow over her career. Though she is a very busy person with her own work, she can often be found covering the phones for administrative assistants when they are out of the office, or helping chiefs and managers beyond her own chain of command in getting things done. When time is tight and resources are strapped thin, she can always be counted on to deliver no matter the task. Some of our many current projects include accreditation team, ISO team, Deccan manager, integrated public safety technical liaison group. For her many years of hard work and dedicated service, we are proud to present Kathy Morris with the Medal of Merit. Will Captain Kurt Southall please join us on the stage? Do you need help with a project? Do you need help preparing for an interview or assessment center? Do you need help designing a PowerPoint presentation? Well, regardless of the type of help you need, we've got the person for you. This individual has consistently proven to be the ideal person for any task. Many hours, days, months, and even years have been voluntarily spent by this individual, providing assistance to those in need and ensuring any task at hand is completed to near perfection. This individual has provided many years of dedicated service to this great organization and city and has made a great impact on the lives of many, including mine. This individual has been part of the following: Firefighter of the Year in 1999, Operations Planning Team, High Rise Committee, 10 years as the lead training instructor for our recruits, 10 years service time with FEMA, including deployment to the Pentagon, development of the PEERS, Personal Emergency Escape Rope Systems, mentoring individuals, participating in the captains and battalion processes, mentoring aspiring firefighter candidates with interviewing techniques. The most recent and noteworthy project was started in March of 2012 and implemented 2 years later due to the amount of work required for implementation. This project required interaction with various city departments to identify in our GIS mapping system the location of fire department connections on all commercial occupancies. With the growth of our city, this project will be ongoing. This project provides the responding companies the ability to better prepare and provides our members, citizens, and visitors a safer environment in the event of an unfortunate fire event. For his consistent and dedicated years of service to this great organization and city, we would like to present Captain Kurt Southall the Medal of Merit. Will the chiefs and mayor systems please take a seat in the audience? In the following, with the tradition of the Virginia Beach Fire Department and Steel Firefighter of the Year Award, please enjoy the following video.
For the most of us, the fire service is a calling, a unique opportunity to live out a childhood fantasy while giving back to the community in a way few people understand or experience. This year's Firefighter of the Year is the embodiment of a firefighter living this dream and giving back to a community in a way that even among the best of the best, they have been able to set themselves well above our high standards and provide an exemplary service that is the incarnation of what it means to be a firefighter.
This year's Firefighter of the Year, I think when you talk about the Firefighter of the Year any year, you have to talk about the basics. And to me, that's competence, and consistency. And any year, from years past, and certainly this year, a recipient has got to be competent at the job. He's got to be consistently be able to do the job, and he's got to feel confident that he can do it. And this year, recipient meets all three of those tenfold. He's very competent, he's very confident, and he can outperform, outlast, and consistently outdo just about anybody he's up against. And that's a big feat when you talk about the people that we have in our organization.
When you look at this award as being this recognition as being Firefighter of the Year, to me, I look at the past recipients, and all of them have had really one thing in common. It's their selflessness. So if there's one individual that I can put my finger on today in this department, it's this future or this recipient. It's just an incredible heart and a willingness to go that extra mile.
This individual has earned the respect of many members of this organization with his great work ethics and taking pride in what he does on a daily basis. He is a consistent member and has been since his date of hire and even before when he was a volunteer with the Virginia Beach Fire Department. The Virginia Beach Fire Department takes great pride in being a customer service oriented department. And this individual exemplifies that on a daily basis.
The following individual has provided 8 years of consistent and dedicated service to this organization, its members, and most importantly, our customers. This individual has earned the trust and respect of peers and officers due to the work ethics displayed on a daily basis and exceptional skills as a firefighter and paramedic. This individual seeks every training opportunity to learn new ways and ideas that will benefit all those around him. The knowledge gained is then enthusiastically shared in order to reach the common goal, outstanding customer service.
If there's something that he doesn't understand or he sees something that he's never seen before, he'll go back to the station, get on a computer, and he'll research it, and by the end of the shift, he'll be the resident expert on whatever it is that he was trying to figure out or whatever it is that he saw on the last call.
This firefighter is a very good person, and what a lot of people don't know is he's a family-oriented person. He takes care of his mother and his grandmother. He is just a very good-hearted person.
Again, you notice certain things about people and their demeanor and how they handle themselves. And you know, I can say that this fella has always carried himself. You know, he's always carried himself. He's always carried the values of the department. He's always pushed his fellow firefighters to be the best that they can. Pushed himself to be the best that he could be.
He acts the way you want a firefighter to act when they come to your house and take care of your mother. And again, I'm real proud of this individual.
His attention to detail, impeccable work ethic, and life experience have given him the foundation that has allowed him to excel as an ALS provider, a leader, driver pump operator, a technical firefighter, an acting officer, and the type of guy that people want to work with.
He's fun to be around, he's quick-witted, he's got a great sense of humor, makes everyone laugh, and even more than that, he's a natural leader. He's a self-starter. He doesn't wait for anyone to tell him what needs to be done. He automatically knows what needs to be done. And most of the time, he's one or two steps ahead. He's one or two steps ahead of you anyways.
So I know that the word brotherhood is brought up a lot, brother and sisterhood in the fire service. And this individual is definitely someone that I feel from just a short time that I worked with him, that we'll always have that bond, and somebody that I could call for anything, and he would be there without a doubt.
He never has a bad day. He's always on point. He's always having a good day. He's fun to be around in the fire station. I tell you, many times we've spent in the bunk room just laughing at 2 in the morning over nothing. He's a good-hearted young man, and he's a good person.
He has always spent that extra attention to make sure that our people, and I say our people, our citizens, are well taken care of. And that doesn't matter if it's 15 minutes with a child on a call to show them the fire truck, or it's a smoke detector, or it's just doing what's right at the right time.
He ensures that before we leave, everyone has a working smoke detector in their home. Always asks if there's anything else that can be done, and truly has an impact on making a fan or making fans of the Virginia Beach Fire Department on every call we go on.
It doesn't matter how busy he is, he always finds time to go above and beyond what he is expected to do for someone in need. For example, here recently he had this individual who is diabetic, always has diabetic emergencies. And on his off time, he goes and takes this individual or goes with this individual to meetings to basically see what he can do on his side to help him out to reduce those medical emergencies.
After responding to the citizen numerous times and no signs of improvement, this individual then decided to do more research in order to find a plausible solution to assist with his frequent emergencies. Some of the research performed included obtaining information on the citizen's condition, a diabetic alert dog, and an insulin pump. This information was shared with the citizen, who was very grateful and surprised at the amount of time and effort spent and provided by this individual.
Him and his crew, they get involved with one of our residents and one of our citizens in the 18s area that really needed some help. And as a shift, they began to do some things to help this person out. But what pushed this guy above, above everybody else, he took it to a different level, and he started to do some things off duty that, he never asked anything. I think that if it was up to him, he would just as soon not let anybody know that that anything like this was even going on. But there are times when we have to recognize, and we should recognize our guys and gals for these things that they do off duty without asking for anything in return, that makes the lives of people in our community that are maybe less fortunate, that make their lives better.
When we look at candidates for Firefighter of the Year in the Virginia Beach Fire Department, we look at the total body of work that individual brings to the table, if you will. In this particular case this year, not only is this individual proven himself as a seasoned veteran firefighter, but I think, as you'll see, he has also embodied the spirit of caring for our community in areas outside of fighting fire. So congratulations, Doug. We are proud to have you as one of our firefighters. Congratulations.
Please help us recognize the firefighters of the year. Master Firefighter Doug Moore.
So good evening, everybody. Congratulations, Master Firefighter Hale. On behalf of Steel Incorporated, our management, and all of our employees, I want to sincerely thank you for everything you've done. I mean, right now, I am completely inspired by what I just saw in that video, and I'm so glad that we get to be part of this community. Earlier, Chief Kkellerh presented us with an award, and I really think that Steel Inc. should be the one awarding the city of Virginia Beach. Since we laid down our roots here back in the mid-'70s, we have always had a great partnership with the city. One thing I've been personally proud of is all the work that I've been able to do with firefighters and learn that rescue application so that we can actually make better products to better serve your members. And what you guys have done for us, you've shown us how you work, you've participated in things like photo shoots, even on extremely rainy days. And it's just a wonderful partnership. I expect it to continue for the future, and thank you for everything you do. So one more time, Master Firefighter Hale, congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy your new chainsaw.
How come there's nothing up here for me to say? I just want to say thank you. This is a huge honor. I really appreciate it. The last story they were talking about with the diabetic patient, I got to think I'm just one member of a huge team that did a lot of things outside the box to help this guy. So I gotta recognize all three shifts at Company 18. Aside from saving his life literally 98 times this year, we did welfare checks, went by and helped him out. All three shifts did. So, as well as Virginia Beach EMS, they were there every EMS call. Chief Stroud and Captain Rick Baker, they were also with me at some of the meetings. So I like to thank these guys. Also, the Department of Human Services, they help this patient out every day. So it truly is a big, remarkable team, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask Captain April Elmore to come forward for the reading of the Firefighter's Prayer.
Let us pray. When I am called to duty, God, whenever flames may rage, give me strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Let me embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to feel my calling, to be the best in me, to guard my friend and neighbor and protect their property. And if according to your will, while on duty I must answer death's call, bless with your protecting hand my family, one and all. Amen.
Thank you, Captain Elmore. We would like to thank everyone for attending this evening's event. Please join us now for some light refreshments in the cafeteria area just off to the right of the auditorium. Thank you all very much.